I've heard people say, oh, if you live long enough, you'll have Alzheimer's disease. Let me restate that. If you live long enough and eat junk, you will have Alzheimer's disease. If you live long enough and eat junk, you will end up with some sort of chronic degenerative disease. How many people do you know that are 60 or 70 or 80 that really don't have some sort of disease state at this point? And if they don't have those disease states, they're probably eating healthy foods. It's not inevitable. And just because it runs in your family doesn't mean you have to have it. Crohn's disease and inflammatory bowel disease runs in my family. What does that mean? It means I'm more susceptible than the average person to these poisons. That's all it means. I don't have to have the symptoms. I can get them if I want them, but I don't want them. And so I choose not to have them. Saccharin, is it good? It's less bad than aspartame. And if you're going to choose an artificial sweetener, go for the saccharin. I don't necessarily, but the sweet taste is still addictive, will actually raise your insulin levels and still make you gain weight, by the way. Even artificial sweeteners will make you fat. Get the sweet taste out of your system. You don't need it. I love it, Doc. Sucralose, MSG, monosodium glutamate. This is a spice that they put in. A lot of the Chinese food has this. A lot of people get symptoms when they eat Chinese food, and it may be caused by this. Is a neurotoxic agent. It actually fries up your brain. Nitrates, these are found in a lot of your processed meats. Neurotoxic agents, metabolic poisons. The less you have of these, the better. There is no optimal amount of metabolic poisons. Stevia is a sweet herb, and if it's real stevia, it's probably okay. But there's a lot of actually artificially enhanced stevia that's coming out. It's probably cheaper. I don't know. I don't honestly know enough about it to comment on it. But
it's something that they just started advertising.
Right. Well, and in fact, I believe Coca-Cola is adding it to their soft drinks. And anybody know about that?
The only thing with stevia is that if you get unprocessed stevia, it's usually in liquid form and it'll be brown. Whereas if you get processed stevia, when you take out certain nutrients, it's a little clearer and it's sweeter. So it goes back to what we were talking about with regards to having it whole, complete.
Yeah.
All right. So you want the unprocessed form.
Because I use a lot of aspartame. So.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Aren't you glad you came tonight?
Yes, I am. Just got to find something to replace it.
Now, let's talk about, you can take something that starts off being perfectly healthy and destroy it. And this was basically Dr. Pottinger's experiment with the cats. Take meat. Take a piece of steak. You got your free-range, organic cow that has nice, healthy, saturated fats in there, nice, healthy levels of cholesterol, nice proteins, amino acids. There's no trans fats or anything like that in there. There's no oxidized stuff in there. And burn it. Overcook it. You've destroyed all the amino acids. You've taken those saturated fats, which are actually not bad for you, and we could talk about that later. And you've created what's called trans fats. Now, we've all heard that trans fats are bad. Well, trans fats are very bad, and so you've basically taken something that's very beneficial and destroyed it. You've oxidized, you've burnt up this product. So you want to stay away from things that are highly processed, overcooked, fats and proteins. These are very bad. You'll create trans fatty acids, you'll destroy the amino acids, you'll create oxidized byproducts, and you'll destroy the natural enzymes in there that are so good for you. Now, there's so many products being sold on the market today that are highly processed health foods. Okay? They're being sold in the health food stores, and they're low in fat, and they're low in cholesterol, and they're high in protein, and they're absolutely poisonous to you. You want to stay away from them. A lot of these are meal replacements, energy bars. Okay? This is not food. Okay? You're replacing food with non-food. It's not replacing your meal. You're fooling yourself. I have so many patients that come to me, Doc, My diet's wonderful. I eat only blah, 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 blah. Everything's low fat. Everything's, whatever. I eat this, that. These are my toughest patients because they think they actually are helping themselves. And when I let them know, listen, I have some bad news for you, but that candy bar you're eating, that health bar you're eating is really not that healthy. Some of them get insulted. And then they say that I'm an arrogant know-it-all, and they say mean things about me. And if you go to my website and look at some of the comments, there's probably 3 of them now, but those are the ones that unfortunately don't like to hear the truth. So let me give you an example of a highly processed food. You ready? Soy. I said it. Soy. Soy burgers, soy chicken, soy turkey, soy bacon, soy milk. Less processed, less bad. Is it good for you? Not necessarily. Now, there's all these soy products out there that are being sold as health foods. They're highly, highly processed. They're being cooked at very high temperature. They're being denatured. There's almost no nutritional value to these. Will these, in the short term, maybe lower your cholesterol or help you lose weight? Possibly. But they're very, very bad for you. You want to avoid them. They not only are they highly processed and have amino acids that are destroyed, they actually inhibit thyroid function. They can alter your sex hormone balance, and they can inhibit absorption of vital nutrients. There's a lot of native cultures, traditional cultures, that will ferment the soy because it's less bad for them. Okay, it gets rid of what are called phytates, which inhibit the absorption of things like zinc and whatnot. Okay, but soy, we probably heard, well, it's good for you because it's a phytoestrogen. Well, just because it has a phytoestrogen doesn't mean it's good for you. This is the selling point. This is the hook. Is estrogen good for you? No. All that hormone replacement therapy with Premarin all those years, which was supposed to protect us against heart disease and strokes and dementia, it turned out that people that took those synthetic estrogens actually had higher levels of all those problems. So estrogen actually, to a certain degree, is a stress hormone. It's not something that you want to have high levels of in your body. It eventually can lead to breast cancer, uterine cancer, cervical cancer in women, and in men, prostate cancer. Not good. A metabolic poison.